Alright, so we're going to go over our 2.5 Deadlay. It's in the back of all the engines. There's 400 feet and 400-foot stacks with 200 feet deadlayed in the front of the hose bed. This will be used for lead line or standpipe operations, things like that. So yeah, we'll get to it and we'll look at the versatility of this load. We're going to go over how to take this off for independent bundles for standpipe operations or dropping a Y or the 2.5 itself out of a window or off a balcony. So first, our first firefighter is going to grab the first bundle and shoulder load it. He's going to stop there. The engineer is going to come to the coupling. He's going to disconnect it from the next stack. And that firefighter is ready to go to his standpipe or wherever they're going to operate with this. Next firefighter is going to grab the next bundle, same way. He's going to stop. The engineer will disconnect the coupling here. And he's ready to go. Now you have two firefighters, both ready to go up a stairwell, whatever you need to do, with their own independent 100-foot bundles. And those can all be put together wherever they need to. Now we're going to go over one firefighter pulling 200 feet. It's going to look a lot like our 1 3/4 and 2.5 cross lays, but just off of the back here. So Troy is going to go up there and he's going to pull the nozzle with that bundle onto his shoulder. And then he'll turn around and he'll dump the next, and then grab a middle flake for his coupling with his other hand. And connect it here. And as you can see, Troy is able to flake it off nicely as one firefighter. Now we're going to go over pulling all 4 stacks with 4 people. You may not have 4 people on your engine. In this case, you can just refer back to single man 200-foot load and just have 2 guys do that, one behind the other. But in this case, we're going to have 4 guys put a stack on each of their shoulders, and then the engineer DC it and connect it to the engine. So go ahead. Right at this point, the engineer's going to come up. He's going to take the first flake off of the last firefighter here and then step on it. All right, guys, go ahead. And then they can start walking. And the engineer can either DC after 400 feet or he can start paying off the last 200, whether or not he needs 500 to 600 feet. In this case, I'll just DC and make my connection here while they're extending. Alright, now we're going to go over loading the deadlay. It's going to be about 6 feet until that 200-foot deadlay, so make sure you leave about that much room for these 400 feet of 100-foot stacks. The way it starts, we load from left to right. On the Pearson forcers, bring it down to about the second step with the male end down. And then just do one straight load all the way up for 100 feet. For this first stack, this female coupling is going to go all the way to the back, and we're going to connect it to the male coupling that's sitting on top of that 200-foot deadlay. so that once this gets pulled, and if there's more hose that's needed, it's already pre-connected and we can just start paying that hose off. Next stack, we're going to take the male end again. It's going to be the same length as the last one. And we're going to go through the same thing again, where we just load all the way up, 100 feet. Right. Right. And so now that we're at the end of this 100-foot bundle, the female coupling is going to end up on the top. And once we've laid that on the top, we're going to bring the male coupling from that first stack up and over to connect to the female coupling of the stack next to it. Next 100-foot bundle is going to start the same way. And again, the last stack's male end coming up and over and connecting to the female end of the new one. Now we've got our nozzle. This is, instead of coming all the way down here with this male end, we're going to place it here so that there's enough of the nozzle to grab, and we can load slightly behind the bale. And now we'll make that final connection. And we're all loaded.